Have you ever wondered why a thought suddenly appears in your mind? Not because you were searching for it, not because you planned it, but simply because it arrived. A name, a memory, a face you haven't seen in years. Why that thought? Why now? Carl Jung believed this was not a coincidence. He understood that the human mind is not an isolated system, but part of a much larger field of meaning. A field where thoughts do not merely arise, they arrive. Jung called this field the collective unconscious, a deep shared layer of the psyche, where symbols, emotions, instincts, and memories exist, beyond personal experience. You don't create this content, you tune into it. Just as a radio does not invent music, but receives a frequency that already exists, modern quantum physics reflects this insight in a quiet way. At the most fundamental level, reality does not consist of solid objects, but of energy, probability, and information. Particles do not behave like fixed things. They behave like waves of possibility. They exist in multiple states at once, until something observes them. An observation changes the outcome. This is not philosophy. It is a measured fact. The observer influences the observed, which means consciousness is not separate from reality. It participates in it. Now consider this. What if your thoughts are not confined to your skull? What if a thought is a small disturbance in a shared field? An informational ripple moving through consciousness itself? This would explain why you suddenly think of someone, and hours later they send you a message. Why an idea comes to you exactly when you are ready to act on it. Why certain moments feel charged with meaning. Jung called this synchronicity. Not coincidence, not cause and effect, but meaningful connection without direct causality. In quantum terms, information does not need distance to travel. Entangled particles influence each other instantly, regardless of space. They remain connected, even when separated. Human beings behave in the same way. Your thoughts carry emotion, emotion carries energy, energy carries information. You are always transmitting and always receiving. When you think from fear, you transmit fear. When you feel trust, you transmit coherence. Others may not hear what you think, but they feel your state. That is why some people calm a room without speaking, and others disturb it without saying a word. Not every thought creates reality, but every thought contributes to the field. Creation occurs when thought, emotion, and action align in coherence. That is why forcing outcomes rarely works. You cannot control the universe. You can only come into alignment with it. Jung called this process individuation. The journey of becoming who you truly are, not who you were told to be. When inner conflict dissolves, outer resistance fades. When inner clarity emerges, reality responds. This is not magic. It is resonance. Like two tuning forks, vibrating together. When one is struck, your inner state tunes the world you experience. So, when a thought arises, do not dismiss it too quickly. Ask instead, what is moving through me? What is trying to become conscious? Because you are not merely a thinker of thoughts. You are a receiver, a transmitter, and a participant in a living field of meaning. And nothing that truly matters ever arrives by accident.